What's going on, guys? GRIEZMANN here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is the Monday, the 11th of June. And I'm going to start off by apologising because this video right now is not in the normal schedule, because normally the transfer videos of course are 8 AM every single day, but this one, like last night, my voice for some reason, it completely went. So I decided to rest it a little bit, and from tomorrow the episode will be back on schedule at 8 AM. So before we get started in today's episode, as always, if you enjoy the video and enjoy transfers, show support by leaving a like rating, and be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more, and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, down below in that description box, and finally in the comment section below, who do you think is going to top Group A at the World Cup, out of Russia being the host, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay? Let me know your thoughts down below, but now let's jump on to confirmed deals. And honestly, last night when I was going through it, there's only one. And that player is a Brazilian centre midfielder called Danilo, going to OGC Nice in France from SC Braga in Portugal for 10 million euros. And whether that ties into Seri's future of the club, we'll have to wait and see, as they're currently to quite a few teams. But now we're going to jump onto potential deals, and the very first one is a rumour for Barca. So according to AS, Barcelona will sit down with Frankie de Jong's representatives this week to sort out a deal. A fee in the region of 30 to 35 million euros is currently being offered by the La Liga champions as they look to strengthen their midfield by bringing in the 21-year-old. They have also got a Brazilian called Arta coming in from Grêmio at some point. I'm not sure if it's this summer or if it's been arranged for January or not. But either way, they have got one centre mid coming in, and potentially a second could also be on the way. Next up, we go on to Ziyech. This one's for Roma, according to various different outlets. With Justin Kluivert just a step away from becoming a Roma player, which could also be announced today, they're also very close to signing another Ajax player, Hakim Ziyech. According to Il Messaggero, Monchi has reached an agreement with the Moroccan international. The sporting director will use this as an advantage in negotiations with Ajax, working to lower their initial demand of 45 million euros. Now, he will be playing in the World Cup this summer, but the fact they've already agreed with him, I imagine it could still go on throughout the World Cup itself. And next up, according to various different reports, Man City have identified Nice midfielder Seri and Real Madrid's Kovacic as an alternative to Jorginho. And it was appearing a couple days ago that the Napoli president, he's playing hardball over the midfielder, but today, he's actually come out and said, or yesterday should I say, that Man City are on the verge of signing Jorginho. But again, it is Seri linked to a move away from Nice, and with Danilo coming in, it may lead to his departure at some point. And next up, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Chelsea are ready to rival Juventus and Inter for AS Roma's Florenzi. Roma don't want to sell him to a rival in the Serie A, so Chelsea could be a good option for them. And Florenzi is asking for 4 million euros per season, something that Roma aren't willing to provide. And you can guarantee if Florenzi is playing for Chelsea on FIFA 19, he'll be used so much. And now moving on to the next page, and this transfer right here is a done deal, but obviously in tomorrow's episode, I'll put it in that section. So Barca have come out and said an agreement has been reached with Watford for the permanent transfer of Gerard Deulofeu. He'll cost the Premier League side 13 million euros plus 4 million euros in bonuses, and Barca have also got an undisclosed sell-on clause. So as I just said, that's a confirmed transfer, and it'll be in tomorrow's episode. Next up, we got to a Uruguayan player called Laxo. I probably said that wrong, so apologies about that. Again, the source is Gazzetta dello Sport, and they say Lazio set to sign a Genoa player in the next week. Genoa want 15 million euros, but Lazio won't pay more than 10, but they're still confident in signing him. And completely off topic of the transfer, that Lazio badge and Uruguay flag, that is such a great combination on FIFA. And next up, according to Mediaset Premium, Carlo Ancelotti wants to reunite with goalkeeper Salvatore Sirigu, as willing to offer Torino their second goalkeeper Luigi Sepe in exchange. And I have said it multiple times before, that Napoli right now are in a search for a new goalkeeper because Pepe right now has left the club on a free transfer. They're currently linked to Areola from PSG, Rui Patricio from Sporting, and now Sirigu. And yet another player linked to Napoli today is going to Darmian from Manchester United, and this one's according to Calciomercato. Napoli have offered 18 million euros for the Manchester United left back, putting Juventus in danger of losing him. They're only offering 13 million plus add-ons. And the Premier League side want 20 million euros for the fullback. And it might have even been like 1 or 2 weeks ago, it did seem Juventus were definitely going to sign him and is ready to take a medical, but at this moment, Napoli, they might come in and take him instead. Now we on to the next page, and this one's according to L'Equipe in France. Roma defender Juan Jesus is wanted by Ligue 1 side Marseille, with Roma asking for 12 million euros. In regards to FIFA Ultimate Team, he'd lent to quite a few good players. In fact, if he does go to Marseille, at high link to Luis Gustavo, you've got a strong link to Marquinhos, Thiago Silva, and many others. And now another short one according to Le Ten Sport again in France. Ligue 1 side Lyon have joined Roma in the race for FC Porto midfielder Hector Herrera. It doesn't mention anything else just yet, but I imagine next week or so we'll find some more information. Next up, according to Sky Italia, Inter Milan are favourites to sign Sassuolo winger Matteo Politano. He's valued at €25 million plus bonuses, and Napoli also want to sign him, but they are now considered out of the race after advanced talks to sign Simone Verdi. It does seem that Inter are trying to add 3 attackers to their squad this summer, and Politano could be the very first one. Next up, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Turkish club Galatasaray have joined the race for AC Milan forward Andre Silva, who is also wanted by Wolves and AS Monaco. But don't expect a deal to be completed anytime soon, because apparently he won't be deciding his future until after the World Cup. And now we move on to the next page, and this one's according to the Daily Mail. If Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho decide not to have Marcus Rashford in his plans for next season, Everton, Leicester and Newcastle are among those teams lining up to take him on loan. And United are still linked to the likes of Mandzukic, Arnautovic, both players that can play on the left hand side and also striker, which is essentially where Rashford plays. And United have also got Martial, they've got Alexis Sanchez, Rashford himself, and probably like a couple others that can play on the left hand side, which is a lot of options there, and Rashford might have to go out on loan for a season. I know some people say it's only Costa Rica, but that friendly for England a couple days ago, he impressed me so much. His goal was absolutely phenomenal, and in particular in that first half, by the way, that Elastico he pulled off, it was so slick. And next up, according to Corriere dello Sport, Marek Hamšík has asked the Napoli president to let him go for free, but instead the president is seeking €30 million for the player, and very recently Guangzhou Evergrande in China have offered Hamšík a contract worth €12 million a year. A couple of days ago, Guangzhou RNF, also in the CSL, offered him €10 million a year, so right now it seems that Evergrande have offered him the best deal. And everyone knows Hamšík is a great player, and on top of that, a very loyal player, which is very hard to come by in today's game. But if he does go to China for FIFA, he might not be on FIFA 19, but I imagine him in particular is still very gutted that they didn't win the Scudetto last season, because they were so close. And next up, a very short one according to Il Messaggero. Real Madrid are ready to offer €150 million or a bid for Lazio midfielder Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. He will be featuring for Serbia at the upcoming World Cup. I'm interested to see how well he does. And completely off topic of him in particular, if you saw that Serbia goal the other day in a friend, I think it was Ivanovic, it was so good. But for a man that is a massive talent in real life and also on FIFA a great player, I imagine there's a lot of interest in him, like Juventus a couple days ago, Real Madrid, PSG and Man United. And this next one, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really believe whatsoever, but according to Mail on Sunday, Real Madrid are willing to pay £307 million, that's 307, to sign Neymar from PSG this summer. And let's just imagine this goes through, by the way. In the last 12 months last year, Neymar would have cost clubs £500 million plus in transfer fees. Like literally £500 million, which is nuts, but still, if Neymar wants to go to Real Madrid, I think it'd be for a long time, like stay there for a long time, and potentially be the replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo, but I can't see Real paying 307 mil. And now moving on to the next page and the final page today, and the very first one could be a confirmed deal very soon. According to Radio Monte Carlo, Valencia have agreed a €50 million deal with PSG to sign Portuguese international Guedes. He spent last season on loan to Valencia and indicated his willingness to stay at the club for next season. The Mestalla outfit have struck out a €50 million deal with PSG, who will include a sell-on clause in the transfer. And his time at PSG didn't really work out too well because he hardly played for them and he did cost them a massive amount of money from Benfica, but honestly for PSG, they are making a good profit in the space of like less than 18 months. And next up we have one of the most in-demand goalkeepers in the world right now, being Roma's Alisson. So he spoke to the press yesterday and said, "I think my future will be resolved before the World Cup. That's what I want." He also said he's working on some possibilities along with Roma, who want his future sorted again before the World Cup kicks off. And next up, according to Corriere dello Sport, Roma star NAINGGOLAN wants to reunite with his former coach Luciano Spalletti at Inter. Inter want him on a player plus cash deal and are offering Roma Vicino, sorry I said that wrong, Candreva or João Mario. But on top of one of those players, they'll also be offering €35 million. And it would be a very interesting one to see if it does pan out, because obviously NAINGGOLAN himself, he won't be at the World Cup surprisingly after not making the Belgian squad, and for FIFA, I mean, if they also get Moussa Dembele, it'd be an insane hyperlink. And the final one today is regarding Antoine Griezmann and his future at Atletico or a potential move to Barca. So speaking to the press yesterday, he said, "My future, I'll reveal it before France's first match in the World Cup." And the France manager has also confirmed that Griezmann will stay in Spain, but does not specify which club. Griezmann says a week to go for the World Cup, and I think we'll find out this week. And Messi has been speaking about Griezmann yet again in hopes that he joins Barca. And he said, "I agree that to win the Champions League again, we need to have the best players, and Griezmann is one of those." So this time next week, Griezmann will either be a Barca player or sign a massive new contract with Atletico. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome, greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, down below in that description box. And finally, in the comment section below, who do you think is going to win Group A at the World Cup? Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, or Uruguay? Let me know your thoughts down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.